there was some spirit that was with them, and that spirit was so special. And that spirit kept them moving, even when they thought they couldn't continue further. So as Africans as we are, we always see ourselves as spirit. So for you to understand who we are, you have to go beyond the facial value of us and look deep. That is the way you understand who we really are as African. Now, this, where you're coming from, you have all these people calling you, trying to make you feel inferior. They use all sorts of words to qualify you. You're good for nothing, you brute, you that. But sometimes I get pissed off when we become annoyed when they say those things to us. We don't need to be annoyed when they say those things to us. You know why? Because I was taught in school a long time ago in the university that we have two types of communication. Mind you, I told you earlier that Africans are spiritual, so you should be spiritual yourself before you can understand what I'm saying. We have two forms of communication. We have the verbal and we have the non-verbal. I can say to you, I love you, but my body language is different. My lecturer made me understand that the non-verbal type of communication is the most effective way of communicating. So if that is the case, why do you get annoyed if they come with you just by words and they tell you are inferior? Look at their actions and ask yourself whether their actions and their words are the same. If you are inferior, would I ever fight you for anything? But what are you doing to you? They're fighting you over every space. What does that make you? Yes. They always tell you they want you to go from their country. I've been watching this Trump in the US. And they want you to, they are just telling you you don't belong there, so you should go back to where you belong. Fine, let's look at this scenario. And even if that is the case, why is it that even when you're coming back to your roots, they've made it so much expensive that you cannot even afford to come? Does it say something to you? It says to you that they know they cannot live without you, and they know it. But it's just because of some political and some rhetoric, that is why they're doing all those things. The same way we gathered today talking about ourselves as Africans, the same way they are also gathered planning about how to eliminate you from their setting. You see all these races and the discriminatory that is going on in your country. Sometimes when you wake up, you see it as fun. Oh, this is something that is normal. It will go. Some people fight, others see it as normal. You should never see it as normal, because what they are doing to you in the States, they've done it before to us in the Caribbean, precisely Argentina, where systematically they took the black race out of their community. So the same way we are still here today, that is the same way that they are sitting here. And they've been fighting you for over 400, 500 years now. So I'm telling you why this place is very virtuous and very spiritual. For over 400, 500 years now, they've been trying to kill you, dampen your spirit. You know it, you know more than me. They've been trying to do all these things to you. But up to now, you guys are still surviving. You're still strong. Sometimes they sit down and they ask themselves, where is these people getting their strength from? Where is these people getting their energy, their motivation? After all, who are these people? What spirit is with these people? So in a way, in an agenda to eliminate you, they tell you, don't come to your roots. Because this place is full of poverty, diseases, animals, blah, blah, blah. They tell us. But I guess when you were coming in the plane, you had a lot of the white folks in the plane as well coming down. And did you ask yourself, why do they tell us not to come? But for them, they are always here. Sometimes people tell me, Kofi, it is all about coming for gold, diamond, and I say, no, they've gone beyond that. They've gone beyond that. They are coming for you. How can I defeat you if I don't have much information about you? If I don't have any information about you, there is no way I can defeat you. So in coming here, they come for information-seeking agenda. What makes you strong? What makes you think? What makes you encourage? What demotivates you? What spirit is with you? So when they get all those informations and they come back to you at the state and they throw it at you, because you wouldn't know where it's coming from, you just embrace it. But for you, coming back to your roots is very special because you have two things. You have the information and you have it in abundance. And also, immediately you step your feet on your land, it was basically connecting with your soul, with your roots, and with your ancestors. So you go back to where you're coming from, and your friends are going to see you, and they will tell you one thing: just mark my word, mark today. They will tell you you look different. Yes, tell them you do, because you've had the opportunity to work with your ancestors. So Asante Manso Slave River site was the biggest slave market during the transatlantic slave trade era. It was documented by one British historian in a person of W.E. Ward in his book entitled The Short History of Ghana. W.E. Ward, W-A-R-D.
A moment come down. What do you know? I think we have to turn back because the rain is pouring heavily. We have to turn back.
Okay.
So basically, all that we need to know here before we go is this river that you see over there are two separate rivers. We have the one that is moving like this, and we have the one that is still. The one that is stagnant is called the Nonkonshu. That is the slave river. This is where they made to take their last bath, and this is the river Enisa. They were scared that when they made them wash themselves here, they might escape because of the flow. So they made them wash themselves in chains and shackles in here. And this demarcation was where they had their first auction. Behind this are graveyards of our ancestors. That is where most of our ancestors were buried. So let's go back to the story. I don't want you to get
a picture here? First bath, last bath.
For me,
I got it on video.
Yeah. For me, I'm here so I can get wet, but I don't want you to get wet.
Yeah,
so
come on. Yeah, that's fine. We can stand in the little thing and talk, I guess. Wow, I decided to come down.
And we always have the saying that whenever you visit your ancestral ground and it's rain, it's a sign of blessing.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that is how it is in the first
Okay.
Yeah, so even when we come here at the auction site in the river, we have 4 rituals that we perform. 5, 2 with each rivers, and the last one just at the center. So yeah, so I told you this place is more of rituals, but we believe that whenever you come here, you need to fill your soul and your strength, so that when you go back, you go as a better person. So they
Right.
take you through this ritual. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you can start over.
Yeah, so I was basically telling my
Kareem.
sister that this place is more of rituals, because we believe that day in and day out we become so much down and we have to fulfill our spirit. So when you come to a site like this, that you have your ancestors buried all over, it's a way of communicating with them and strengthening your spirit. So when we come here at the river, we have 5 rituals that we do with the river. One is by touching the river, just symbolic to tell the world it's never going to be our last bath.
Secondly, we just have chance to just stand in the river, raise our hands up, and just thank our ancestors. They feel we don't appreciate them enough. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But if we have this opportunity, we always give them the report and tell them how much we appreciate their effort. Then after that, we go to the next river for the baptism intersection. That is when, if you want, you can totally immerse in it, or partial immersion will be done to you. Then after that, you have the opportunity to say your wishes on it, and the river is up, like the river is down, you'll be seeing specks of gold all on the rocks. And the Ashantis always say, whenever you see your wishes on gold, you are royal, and the wishes will always come to pass. So after all the ritual, the fourth ritual is for them to say their wish. So after saying their wish, and they come from the first part of the tent, just to the center of this place, and we light a bonfire. So in a round table discussion, then we start talking about ourselves, experiences that are things that I've gone through. Some of us have been through the same before. We share our experiences and how to basically to become better. That is the most important thing of this trip. So after that, then we return back, and everything that we do, we have to pray. We pray with the point of libation. I guess you know it. Yes, ram and the point. Yes, we always have to pray. And so it's whenever we are going through the full ritual section, it sometimes takes almost like 2 hours, 30 minutes before we complete. Yeah, but it's very, 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 very intense. I don't, whether I have some pictures.
Hi. Your name?
My name is Sebastian.
Sebastian?
Yeah.
Karima.
Karima.
Yes.
And you? Nikita. Okay. So Nikita and Karima,
Yes.
we are going to do a tour of this very facility. But before we do that, I want you to quickly go up the stairs, door at the top with a sign. That's the museum gallery. Go through the museum. See the stuff in there. And when you're finished, you come here. I take you on a tour of the castle.
Okay. Dry. Oh yeah.
Floor for the
That's fine.
This room will be the condemned cell designed for African men only. The men that were brought here were men that will always fight to have their freedom by all means necessary. They do not care. They will fight you and even hit you with the chains and shackles on their wrist. Then the Europeans become very mad at them. They will beat the men up and throw them in here. When they throw them in here, they're weak and everything. They don't give them food and water. There is no light, there is no air. The person seated beside you, you don't see their face, but you hear them talk. What they say you might not even understand because of language barrier. The next day you start realizing it's becoming very quiet around you. You will try to move up and down. just to hear a person say a word, but everybody you move around touching is a dead body. They pick up the dead ones and throw them into the sea. If you are here, you're not dead, you will still stay here by yourself until you die. But there are people that will be here with dead bodies until they die too. That is when the Europeans forget that they've not picked up dead bodies. In maximum 3 days, everybody will be gone. Because there is no air to breathe in. There is no water to keep you hydrated. How do you survive this? And as we stand here, you realize that the outside is a lot cooler, but here it's hot. You're starting to sweat bullets. Well, let's watch our heads and walk out of here. Please come.
There are 4 identified graves at the courtyard of Cape Coast Castle. C.B. Whitehead, a British Army officer and a lawyer. He was brought in around 1810. He worked here for just 2 years and died 1812 at the age of 38. What killed him was never documented. But the thing is, whenever the Europeans came, they were infected with lots of tropical diseases, mostly malaria. But they were taking lots of alcohol thinking that would kill them. They ended up killing themselves, and because of that, they named West Africa White Man's Grave. If indeed West Africa amongst Europeans was White Man's Grave, the question we need to ask is, did the Europeans ever stop coming to West Africa? They never stopped, and they still do come to West Africa. Letitia Elizabeth London, George McLean, husband and wife. The husband, George, came in first around 1830 as president of British Committee of Merchants. Then the wife came to visit around 1838. When she arrived here within 2 months in the same year, she was found dead in the husband's bedroom. There were rumors that she poisoned herself out of jealousy, because when she came, she found out the husband was having an extramarital affair with a beautiful African lady. Others were also saying she might have died of malaria, but most were mentioning it was George himself that connived with the African lady to poison the wife. Now, after the wife's death, the man still stayed with his African girlfriend for about 10 years until he died. Then the lady left Cape Coast for Accra. So, we don't say he killed the wife, but the whole thing raises eyebrows. And with their story, that saying, once you go black, there's no turning back. It's all around it. Philip Kwaku, a native born in Cape Coast, but at the age of 11 in 1753, he was sent to England by Reverend Thomas Thompson, who was in charge of the Anglican Church here in Cape Coast Castle. When Philip Kwaku got to England, at some point he graduated from Oxford University, when he was ordained the first black African Anglican priest at the age of 24 right after graduation. Then he worked a year in Anglican Church of Canterbury. After a year, they brought him to Cape Coast Castle at the age of 25. And he worked in this castle till he lost his life at the age of 75 years. Which means he stayed here working in the fort for about 50 years. While he was here, the slave trade was still going on. He died 1816, whereas the slave trade ended 1833. If that's the case, do you think he fought against the slave trade? He did not. But if you talk of Western education in this country, he single-handedly promoted it amongst West Africans in Gold Coast. But it was mostly here on Cape Coast. That is why if you travel all around Ghana, people will tell you Cape Coast is the center of education. And that's all because of that. So every 17th of October, Anglican schools and churches here in Cape Coast, they come to celebrate Philokokus Day. We are going from here to the men's dungeon. At the entrance of the men's dungeon, we have two plaques, one on the right, one on the left. The one on the left was unveiled by the Obamas when they visited the Cape Coast Castle in 2009. The one on the right was placed there by the chiefs and the government of Ghana in the year 1992. In 1992, the chiefs and the government of Ghana traveled to the United States of America to have a ceremony, which was called Fihankra. Fihankra means you left here without ever saying goodbye, and of course, every African that was taken out of the door of New Return never said goodbye. They were taken by force. So after doing the ceremony with them, they decided to come here and put up a plaque to vow to humanity that they will never allow what happened here to ever occur again. That is why they placed that plaque there which says, in everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors. May those who died rest in peace. May those who return find their roots. May humanity never again perpetrate such injustice against humanity. We the living vow to uphold this. So that's an apology from the chiefs of Ghana to everyone that goes through the fort. Please let's come and see the male dungeon. When we go to the male dungeon, we have 3 steps. The last one there is a bit of a drop, and because of the rain, the floor is a little wet and slippery. So please be careful.
Intellect.
Be careful. Be careful. Come on, What's your point? Ladies, we are in the male state dungeon. The male dungeon starts from this room all the way down to the other side. Designed for about 1,000 African men. So 1,000 African men in 5 rooms. We must say that automatically each of these rooms have about 2 rooms. There were wooden buckets placed all around the place. If you want to visit the toilet, from where you are, you have to get to the bucket and go in it. But for 24 hours in the 3 months that you stay here, all the men were in shackles and chains. And these walls were the only such flights in there. Without men suffering, there were flights that always entered the dungeons. Spreading diarrhea, malaria fever, dysentery, all kinds of things. You weren't big enough for bringing out to the bucket by the shackles and chains and slow you down. The population will slow you down, plus you have diarrhea. What's going to happen? You just defeat it yourself. That's why majority will stay where they are. They will do it there and stay right there. And they will fed twice a day in the palm. Eating in your palm tells you the food you are getting nothing to satisfy. But on the hands they used to eat it was not washed. Because they've already had their last bath at a similar slave market. They walk from there 31 kilometers to here. If you drive from there to here, it will take you at least about an hour with a fast car. How much more walking?
Couple days.
Right. You will end up here sweating and very filthy. But the last bath means last bath is so pure you can enjoy it.
for 3 months before they leave. And the floor of the dungeons were cleaned up. But when the slave trade was almost over, the Europeans decided to start cleaning. They sent people out to the instead of sailors coming to clean the place up, they were in order to cover everything up with sand and bring the people back to sleep on top of it. And at that time, as the people moved up and down, the whole place was piled of waste. You walk through it and it's all the way up to the Ancona. But today we are adding the first chamber with the original floor, trenches all over the place and everything. Because this room was excavated in the year 1974 by the archaeological department from the University of Ghana. But when we go to the other room, the floor we are going to walk on is not the original floor. That is what I call the DNA of the ancestors that were made billions of years ago. But then in a castle, there was a church. The first church of England built in the whole of West Africa was built above the male dungeon. The Europeans who were there worshiping God, and as they did, African men were here going through this, and simultaneously Christianity and slave trade went on here for almost 2 centuries. The Europeans never saw Africans in the dungeons to be humans, but rather goods or let's say commodities. And this place wasn't even called a castle to them, it was a factory. A factory not for producing anything but pens for holding African men, women, gold, ivory, spices, and lots of things they were taking from the continent of Africa. And whenever they sent Africans from Africa to the Americas, they were looking to convert the people into becoming Christians. If I'm going to convert you to become a Christian, I'll have to give you a good perception about Christianity. So first of all, building a church on top of the dungeon that people slept in is a psychological game. You see, to be superior, you are here in the dungeon, you belong to African traditional religion or Islamic religion, but you sleep beside your prison, could die of thirst and starvation and a whole lot of things. Psychologically, your mind will tell you that your religion you belong to, your gods have abandoned you, and your religion is that bad. And when that sets in, it's easier for you to be converted on the other side. That is why so many people that go through here will say that this is the reason why they go to church. It's understandable. But you think about it. Human beings have always hidden behind religion to do very insane stuff in the name of it. So is it the doing of the religion or the doing of people? That is why I tell anybody that comes around that if you belong to a certain spiritual body, it's about your heart and how you feel about it as a person. Now, just in case you want to take some pictures here, please, I can give you some time off to do that. And then we will continue. That hole is at the very entrance of the church of the So this made it much easier for people in the dungeon to always hear the Europeans worshiping above. Well,
I would think they would be able to smell it.
they'll be able to smell, but not that much. But then people here will hear them worshiping, they will hear the people cry and everything here. But then, if all these happened, did any help come from there?
No.
And I sometimes even think that the more they heard the people cry and everything, the more energy they had to do this.
Yep.
This is a shrine, and it's an active one. People come here to worship. It wasn't here during the slave trade. It was here before the Europeans came. But it had to be taken out into the town because the chiefs gave this land out to the Europeans. And there were lots of Europeans that wanted to settle on this land, so there were lots of battles that went on here and a whole lot of stuff. This was taken into the town and stayed there until 1960 when Ghana became republic after independence in 1957. Then the chiefs realized that the Europeans have left, they will never go back here. So they decided to return the shrine to its original place. That is why you see it here now. But at the back of this, you see this very thick wall. This thick wall has never been a part of the original construction, which means there must be something hidden behind it. And that happens to be an entrance of an underground passage. That connected the male dungeon and the door of the return about 70 meters from here. So all men that were made to stay here whenever the ships came, they will be shackled and chained to each other. They will be forced to go through the underground passage. As they went through the passage late in the night when the town is very quiet and asleep, the heat trapped in there, the heat their bodies generated, made it hot on the inside. But on top of that, it was late in the night. You need some light to be able to walk through the town. They used lanterns, which has got fire to give them the light, but fire on the other hand generated heat. And when people are walking through tunnels, getting oxygen in the tunnel is very cumbersome or very difficult. So you go through it, you end up at the door of no return. You are so weak that you don't have the energy to fight it through yourself. And if you can't do that, it makes it much easier for the Europeans to move population of black men from one end to the other without them stressing over a thing. And the tunnel was blocked off by them around 1833 when the slave trade was over among all British colonies in West Africa. When they blocked off the tunnel, they converted part of it into water systems, others into storage spaces. With the storage spaces, that was where the Europeans were hoarding lots of things they were taking from here. And the British ruled over the people of this country for about 113 years during the colonial times. Today, the Queen of England is that individual that has got more gold than any other individual in the world. And she doesn't have a gold mine in her backyard. I tell you what, Ghana was once called Gold Coast. So what do you think about all this?
I'm angry.
Well, all the weeds you see here were brought here by Africans from the diaspora. They bring them around to pay their respect to the ancestors. That's why we see them all over the place. And sometimes some European sympathizers will come in to also lay wreath. So Melania Trump, or Mrs. Trump, came here a couple of months ago, and she laid a wreath. But some sisters that came in saw the wreath lying now, we talked about it and everything, and when we went out, the next day when we came, it was all broken into pieces. I'm like, what did they do?
It was important to break it into pieces. We have to go back up this way, or?
No, this
What's in this one? Oh, okay. What about my phone?
Would you want the picture in front of the male dungeon?
We are above the tunnel we just talked about. It's underneath us. So the men will walk down, and as they did, European soldiers were not in the tunnel with them because they had African overseers there with guns checking on the outlaw brothers. So with whips checking on the outlaw brothers, rather. So the Europeans will be here, there, and on the side with guns checking, making sure things are going smoothly in the passage because they never trusted any of the Africans down. And all these cannons and cannon balls were used in protecting themselves from other European nations. We also want to come here. So, ladies, just because you want to take some pictures out here, this view is amazing. So please do that and let's go.
God damn it. God damn it. Hurts so fucking much.
I was trying to check up on you guys. Nana, I was trying to check up on you guys.
Oh. Yeah, oh, we're doing good. You told him we're doing good. I'm surprised that we didn't get to tour with him. Not that you haven't been good, but I didn't know.
Yeah. You know, we are great. Sometimes when we have another place, we just split ourselves.
So you were saying it doesn't really affect you anymore since the first time you saw it? Or if it ever did?
I don't know how to put it, but you know, we are. I don't know how to put it. Like, I think we've overcome, like most of us.
Honestly.
Those living here, like most of us have overcome it. Fine, even when you get here and you listen to what they say, the story about it, you sometimes get emotional. Like, you are human.
Yeah.
You feel emotional.
So you do still feel emotional.
Yes.
You still understand it. You're not numb to it.
I can't understand
Well,
it.
you can't understand it
I
because you
can't.
were born here.
Yes, I can't understand.
And you've lived here all your
Yes,
life.
it's so inhumane.
Right.
That treatment was very bad. So I can't understand it as a human being, as a black man. No, this shouldn't happen to us. Not me as a black person, but anybody.
But
It
you can
shouldn't.
empathize with it, I guess is the word. Empathize, sympathize, and empathize. Like, you can not feel sorry for it, but you can not understand either. You'll never understand. But I guess you
No,
feel
I don't
you
feel
feel
sorry
some,
for you, but for
right,
us.
For us, yes. As a
Because
people.
apart,
Right.
our ancestors and everybody, I feel sad.
Right.
Because it could have been me.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just lucky that I wasn't
Born,
in that.
right.
Yeah, it could have been
Exactly.
me. Yeah. So I just feel sorry. Very, very sorry. Very sad.
Because I know it's a job,
Yeah.
but I also, like I asked the other young man, I said, it's your job, but do you understand? Like, do you feel anything from it? Or are you just like, oh, here come these African Americans, I gotta tell them their story? Or do you empathize with us, I guess is the word, empathize, not just take it for granted, And even so, there was a lot of colonialism here that was not very nice. You have your own brand of it. Wow, that was beautiful.
I hope we got it on camera.
Yeah, it's on the camera right now.
Okay. No problem. I hope those who perpetrated this act, their judgment is very special.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Like, I always wonder how white people feel when they come through.
It even surprises me. When we blacks are coming here, you have the courage,
Right.
you have the confidence to also walk in here like, wow, like, seriously.
I know. Like, you have the audacity.
This is a part of the underground tunnel. About 17-foot drop. Other European soldiers will be standing here with their guns, checking on the people, making sure they are moving through without problems.
Oh my God.
And nobody has ever fallen down there before, so please don't be the first.
Okay. Okay, are you sure you know? Can I go right here?
Yes, you can go right there, but carefully.
Shut up. It smells in here. Are much of these stones original cobblestones? I know some of it had to be paved over.
Some of it is original, but some of it is not. If we bring this wall down now, where we saw the shrine in the male dungeon, we will go straight to that place again.
Oh.
So the men walked from that end to here. When they got here, there was a door on the side. That was the door of no return for them. They will exit that way, take boats on the shore to the ships. The women had their own door of no return on the female end. But this was blocked off because the water was farther away, was way closer to the door, and it was entering. So they opened this one, the men started using this door, going to the female side, using the door of no return from there. And we go out of here, we are going to the female punishment cell. From the female punishment cell, then we go to the female dungeon. After the female dungeon, we head for the door of no return. Please stop. About 6 African women will be made to stay here maximum, with food and water given to them once a day through that hole, which was their source of light and air. The hole you see here was where they defecated and urinated whilst in the cell. And in general, when they bring the women here, they will have to spend a week. But some of them will get here the next day, there is a ship, they will leave. Some of them will be here a week and go back into the dungeon and stay there for about 2-3 weeks before a ship will arrive. But sometimes, some will get here, they die, they pick up the dead body, they throw them into the sea. And they were locked up with a very heavy door like the one we saw on the condemned cell earlier.
So this was a cell?
A female punishment cell.
Punishment cell, but not like the men's cell?
No.
Totally.
No. The women were not killed, the men were. And they were not killing the women because they were not having as much women as the men. The men were about 1,000, the women were only about 500. You don't want to lose all the women you have. Yeah. And they were taking more men because they needed more field hands, more strong arms to work on the fields. The women were mostly sent out there to reproduce, to give birth to more darkies that they can use. Yeah.
Akwaba. Welcome. Oh, Medesi. Medasi. I put the emphasis on the wrong part.
So this will be the women's dungeon. 250 African women will stay here at the same time. This is where they will sleep, urinate, defecate. But men and women in the dungeons of the castle only had pieces of cloth around their waist. For 3 months of their stay here, that's all they had. For 3 months aboard a ship, that's all they had. And here they were not taking a shower. The dungeons were designed in a way that when rain falls, depending on its direction, it will enter the place to cool the place down. That is why you see water like a tumble water. But aside that, during dry season, there is no rainfall around here. So they will bring in African servants to splash water on the people to cool them down. And cooling people down never means you are washing people up. It means cooling down. So what will happen at that time of the month when all the beautiful women are supposed to be menstruating? Without sanitary towels provided, then it means that piece of cloth you have is what you have to use in handling that business. For 3 months of your stay here, 3 months aboard a ship, till you make it out of here. And how comfortable would that be for any woman going through that?
It's already uncomfortable in general.
But then constantly the Europeans were frequenting the female dungeons, speaking women up, abusing them sexually. So much so that sometimes they will find some of these women pregnant here. They have houses out where they care for them. You will have your baby, the baby you care for. The mother stays out there when they like her that much as a woman. But when they don't like her that much, they bring her back here and ship her abroad. The kids will grow up becoming interpreters, clerks, secretaries, and everything. Bridging the gap between the local African communities and the European communities, which was helping the European businesses immensely. What about those that found themselves pregnant aboard slave ships en route? Mostly they will lose their lives because the conditions aboard the ship was much, much horrible than that of the dungeons by far. So much that they were describing the slave ships as floating coffins. And with the ships, if you find yourself at the bottom of the deck, somebody who is at the very top that has got diarrhea will defecate. People will puke because of seasickness. Others will urinate and people will menstruate and all kinds of stuff. Where will all that waste go? That's why by the time the ships arrived in the Americas, out of 100% aboard the ship, about 40% of the people were said to be dead. And of all the people that were taken from Africa, it was the Portuguese that took the biggest number, taking about 47%, almost half, out of Africa, sending most of them to South America, precisely Brazil. That is why Nigeria has got the biggest African population, but Brazil comes second behind Nigeria. Which means there are more black folks living in Brazil than Ghana, which is an entirely African country. And that's super weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that is the fact. Also, the British took about 26% of the people, taking most of them to the West Indies or the Caribbean islands, leaving a fewer percentage in the United States of America.
So they can smell the slave ships coming.
Exactly. Aboard it, if you are at the port, when the ship appears, you smell it come because of all the stench. And that did not even deter them from doing it. It went on for almost 400 years. How is that possible? Well, ladies, let's go to the door and return.
There was only one dungeon for the women. Oh, there weren't 5. Oh, okay.
Shackles and chains queued up on this corridor. They will be forced to walk out of the door, and amongst the people that walk out will be princes, princesses, cream models, chiefs, warlords, and all of the others. They forced them to walk out, and whenever they walked out, the stairs out there became was actually the original stairs they used down, as well as the soil there became the last African soil they touched on the African continent. The boats were there. Get aboard a boat, you don't touch the African soil again, because it takes you off the shore to the water. And then the ship will leave without bringing them back to Africa. We are going to go out of this world. Today we came as free people. But some years ago, your ancestors that left through the door, they didn't leave as free people. They were in shackles and chains, forced out. And when they walked out there, they never returned. But you being here today as a free person, walking out of that door, you are going to return. If you are returning, I am not going to give that credit to you, because someone suffered the horrible conditions of the dungeons, suffered the insane conditions of the ships, suffered all the brutalities out there in the Americas, and you are here now. So please, your return should be fulfilled. It's in their arms. Let's go out there. You can go down the stairs out there, which is the original stairs they used down. Say a prayer to your ancestors before we go back to the castle through the door. Let's go.
They went fishing. I'll go as far as I can. Oh, thank you. Ah.
No. This one. Can I help me?
Hand that to you?
No, the watch.
Oh. I shade.
What are you saying? What?
Let's call out your ancestors. You say a name, and I'll say Ashe. Ruby Brown, Ashe. Paul Brown, Ashe. Silver Tower, Ashe. Dorothy Hodges, James Hodges, Dorothy Brown, Ruby Brown,
And all that came before that.
Mose Hodges, Moses' wife, Ashe.
And so all that came before that. And so all of them that came before that.
To all that came before that, Ashe. Yeah. So. All good.
Called Abanza, where we have Fort Amsterdam. Through Fort Amsterdam, lots of Ghanaians were sent to Suriname, so they stopped there and performed the ceremony for them. Before bringing them to Cape Coast Castle via the Atlantic Ocean all the way down to the port. At the port, they carried the caskets, walked them up the stairs they used down and never used it back up. Through the door of no return to the courtyard of the castle, they had an amazing ceremony. And then they reburied the remains at Asinma's slave market, at the ancestral graveyard. Immediately that was done, automatically the jinx of door of no return was shattered. Telling whoever that was taken away that even if they are dead today, their kids can go back to the continent of Africa and find their roots or wherever they were taken from. That is why we have door of return out there in Akbaba on the wall, welcoming you all from going out of that door and coming back in. That is why I am officially saying Akwaba to all of you. Welcome back to the land of your ancestors.
Right.
So, what is the response?
Madasi. Madasi.
Nikita has got it locked.
Oh, hush.
Your breath away. No, you're missing out on this. Come here.
Wait, this one or this side? Which is the best side?
You're missing out on everything. Look at all that.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Stay right here, Nick. Are there any swimmable beaches in Ghana?
Well, this is a swimmable beach.
This is, yeah, this is
But
as
then
good.
when you go down there, it says do not swim.
Yeah, it gets
Be
rocky.
scared of people that do not know how to swim.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because it takes them all the time.
Yeah,
But if you know how to swim, that's the way. Never skate off.
really.
Right.
Ugh. I'm coming. Oh. They were just so damn civilized, weren't they?
Right.
It's just ridiculous.
So, ladies, this will bring us to the end of the tour of Cape Coast Castle.
Okay.
But before you leave, know that slavery is a thing that still exists
Yes.
in our world. Where we live, it's all over. It's not going down. It's seriously on the rise, and we see it going all the time.
Yep.
But the best as people we do is mostly keeping quiet, walking away, enjoying our peace of mind. But then think about it, if you are at peace with yourself, and you live in a world that is not at peace with itself, what good will that be of to you? Today you are happy, but believe me, tomorrow you will be crying. That is why I am pleading with you all that when you go out of here and you see forms of it, don't turn a blind eye. Do something about it, change someone's life today. The next day they will change another person's life. Then the community you live in will change. The nation you live in will change. The world will get better. And I know very well that when someday the world gets better, I won't have to come looking for all of you one by one, asking you to go out there and have fun.
Right.
Because automatically, if you're at peace with yourself and your inner soul, you're a happy person. Happy people always end up having fun without them realizing they are doing so.
Right.
I don't know exactly what you all are here doing, but I'll say good luck. Going back and have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your travels in Ghana.
Thank you.
And once again, Sebastian Kwame Tete has been my name.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure. Oh, wait.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. Finally.
I cannot snap. So this is my final videotape. We're going home now, and I'm sad, I'm happy, and can't wait to come back all at the same time. It's been a journey. It's definitely been that. You asked me what I feel, I couldn't really tell you in specific terms. Just overwhelming. Just beautiful. You know, ocean behind me, in front of me. So, I won't say goodbye to Ghana. I'll just say, see you later. To Ghana, to Africa. See you back home.